Today we have the moon trine Jupiter, and that's going to encourage within us a sense of well-being, a practicality. We'll also have Venus and Chiron talking together, and that will be challenging us to navigate social interactions with an empathy, with a compassion, and a focus on building connections rather than seeing the flaws in the connections. By our acknowledging these influences, embracing these influences, we can enhance the emotional intelligence and our approach in relationships with a greater understanding and growing those relationships deeper because of it. So sit back, relax, and let's explore the cosmic energies together. Hi, I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. Thanks for being here. And thank you for all the positive, loving support you send me each and every day. Welcome to your daily focus for, October the 11th, 2023. And today the stars are aligning just for you. Okay, we'll dive into the numerology. Today we have that beautiful 11 energy. The master number 11, asking us to be attentive to our obligations, our responsibilities of being self-disciplined, of walking with a sense of integrity, of making a commitment to ourselves and then showing up and giving that commitment focus. The 11 energy asks us to understand what has value in our life and what needs to be cut away. And when we pay attention to these kinds of principles under the 11 energy, great things can happen in our lives in a blink of an eye. So the 11 brings in this magic, and it's the teacher teaching us how to be these things so that our life can move forward in the way we want. Now, if we look at the numerology of the day, it would be 1 plus 11 plus a 7. That gives us a 19. The 19 is, that's the Libra energy, really. It's the sun energy, right? It's about knowing that you've accomplished everything that you can externally. It's time for the introspection, to go deep within, to understand what you have learned and how you are going to take that learning, that newfound wisdom, to the next level. One plus 9 is a 10. The 10 energy is a good luck energy. It's also about the cycle of life. It's also about going from one season to the next, closing chapters as we start new chapters in our life, knowing that there's a lighter energy because we've been through a lot of the challenges. And 1 plus 0 is a 1, and that's that independent energy. That energy that wants us to face those challenges so that we can gain the successes on the other side of that challenge. To be the trailblazer, to be the pioneer, to set off on new paths. Sun is in Libra and the moon is in Virgo, and allowing us to naturally gravitate towards practical activities and have the intent to really sort things out, put things right. Okay, we'll find ourselves reorganizing things, cleaning things, rethinking plans, cleaning our environments, understanding what has value, what does not. And we obtain a lot of emotional satisfaction under this moon from problem solving and making order out of confusion and helping others. Now, we're still dealing with our energy from yesterday. Venus sitting opposite Saturn, so if you are feeling pulled in opposite directions when it comes to creating happiness while trying to create some kind of structure and balance, pop on back over to yesterday's video where I went into great detail about the energy and how to utilize that energy as your superpower going forward. Today we have the moon trining Jupiter, and that gives our feelings a boost, okay? We feel content, we feel confident in our world, where we are, and we're feeling grounded, we're feeling secure, we're feeling like expansion is at hand. Okay, there's this feeling of pleasure when we take the time today to what is already present in our lives, okay? But it's more than that. It's also about creating the beauty and the harmony, that feeling of safety, that feeling of security in our lives. So it's not really about the big picture, but rather what has the potential to encourage that sense of well-being as we navigate our day in, day out routines. And of course, we do have a challenge, a minor challenging aspect between Venus and Chiron tonight, but we could feel a little out of sync, especially on the social level. Okay, there could be some tendency to keep some kind of emotional distance today. And our focus is on the differences that we gather maybe unappealing rather than the similarities in our relationships with each other. And it's up to us to recognize that those differences and perspectives can actually offer opportunities for growth and healing. So recognizing this can lead to becoming aware of strengths and talents in a loved one that maybe you failed to see until now. So it could lead to an invitation to grow that relationship in new ways going forward that you didn't see before. So inviting new ways in. So go with the flow. See what happens in relationships. Look at those differences as assets, because maybe that's something that you just can't possess, you can't have, but you kind of need that strength in order to go forward in the way that you want to. So maybe they're, they work out all the time and they're physically fit, and you're kind of like, I'm trying to get off the couch, but it's challenging for me to do that. And here you're running 7 miles, and to just say, I just want a little bit of what you do. I just want to grow into and getting to know you and how you started, because you just didn't wake up at birth and start being like this, although some do. There was a path that they followed, and maybe if I get to know them, I'll learn that path, and maybe I won't be that, but I'll be better than what I am right now. And so if they can take me and bring me some success in my health and well-being, then I should friend them. I should learn about their path, and so that I too can grow my path forward. Okay, anyways, let's go to the cards, shall we? We have the Tower card sitting at the bottom there. We'll see if it comes out again. 16 energy. Tower card. Awakenings. New perceptions. New understandings. Completely where something in our life can completely drop away, a truth comes in, or an event happens that just moves us in a whole different direction without us even being able to prepare for it sometimes, most times, under the 16 energy. Anyways, we've got the Ace of Swords. This is the aha moment. This is the epiphany. This is a new path forward. This is if you look, there's the Emperor's crown. So it's all about what we have been strategizing on, what we've been planning on, but maybe in some way it just hasn't come together. It's like that puzzle, and it looks like you're almost missing pieces, and you can't even get the border out done to get the inside of the puzzle done. And all of a sudden you get this aha moment, this epiphany, and it comes in exactly your next steps, exactly, or maybe that step down there and you have to figure out how to get to there, but you see a light at the end of the tunnel. You see the silver lining in the clouds. You get that aha moment, you get that epiphany, you get that awareness. So pay attention to your dreams, waking and sleeping. Okay. We have the Death card. Death card likes being around these days, telling us that we have to get rid of that cloak, that we have way too many walls up to even see where we can go forward. We're blocking ourselves in some ways. Okay, we may have that we want to pull away, and that tells us that that's the time to communicate. Hey, I really feel like pulling away right now, and I just want to talk until what is actually making me feel this way starts to come out, so that I can be healed from it, so I can move forward from it, so I can recognize it for what it is and take away its power over me and this void I have in all my relationships. So this time I just want to talk, and I don't even know what I'm going to talk about yet, but I'm going to talk about things until it comes out, because I feel like pulling away and there's no reason for me to pull away, right? So it's getting rid of that cloak. And that's in all aspects of life. Those things that we used to do but we didn't do and now we can't find ourselves doing again, right? And pushing ourselves into some of those good behaviors and habits we had that have fallen by the wayside maybe. Maybe it's brand new habits and behaviors that we want to bring in. But we need to drop the weapon. We need to get rid of the cloak. We need to feel a sense of liberation, a sense of freedom, a sense of aliveness around us. We need to start, laughing out loud. We just need to start laughing out loud. The Hermit. Okay, so the Hermit. It's about introspection. It's about reflection. It's about organizing one's thoughts. It's about understanding where you are at the present moment in time, being very grateful for the present moment in time. Okay, don't look at lack, don't look at what's missing, because it's not really missing if it hasn't ever been there. But look at the present moment. And then understand how you are going to build from that present moment, because it is the solid foundation that you have been creating. And maybe it still needs work, and that's okay. But the Hermit is here about understanding, reorganizing our thoughts, reorganizing our priorities, putting maybe self before other people's priorities in life. Maybe putting more emphasis into an area where you want to grow, where you want to prosper. And we have the Page of Cups, and this is about dreaming it big. Okay, this is about having that waterfall, or that waterfalls. Let's think of the waterfalls. That rainbow with the unicorn dancing back and forth across it, spreading moon dust, and of course there's a waterfalls in there somewhere on your front lawn. And I mean, with today's technology and what we can create and what we can build, I think it's actually possible that you could do that if you wanted to. I don't think many people would, but but I'm trying to get, it doesn't matter how out of the world it is. Like I saw, 15, 20 years ago, somebody talking about putting their hand in a cloud. I thought, wow, I want to do that. That goes on my bucket list. Guess what? I did it. Okay, so So I don't care right now if it seems preposterous of what you're even suggesting for your future. But you'd like to see it come in, and if it could, well, then write it down. At least do that much of it to bring it forward. And if it shows up, that's wonderful, because you'll have the experience. And if it doesn't, it's like, it was really preposterous. It was really out of the world. It was really, but look at Elon Musk, who's determined he's going to go and live on Mars. So, the only person that can make that dream unattainable really is you, by allowing other people to put that glass ceiling in place, or by putting that glass ceiling in place on your own. This is a day to dream outside of the lines, to color outside of the lines, to wish upon a falling star, to dream of the impossible, of the magical. What did you dream of when you were a child, of what your life would be? And don't start putting limitations on it right away. Well, I couldn't be that because just, maybe you want to be a superhero. Well, you can be a superhero every day by setting your alarm for 5 minutes and standing in the Superman pose. And standing there upright and straight and, imagining you being so successful in your day or your week or your year or your career or your marriage or your relationship or your health or whatever it might be, and doing it for 5 minutes straight every morning. And watch that reality come into play for you. Anyways, I'm jabbering. I know I'm jabbering. Let's get to the cards, shall we? We do have the Moon and Jupiter talking today, okay? So, it is kind of a day to bring in the expansion of fairy tales and romance and, because a lot of those things will be edited out, and you know it, and I know it, and that's all right. That's all right. It's better than just writing, this is where I want to be, and then falling short of that. Let's just put it in a little few things that, it was like when my boss came around and he was doing store inspections and stuff. I always made one or two things wrong, so he didn't have to look too hard, and then he'd feel bad if he started dinging me on other points, so he wouldn't. And, he usually fared quite well on those things. Put some things in there that can be deleted. Okay? Quite easily, without us getting upset about it. Put it in. Who knows? It just may happen in your life. Okay, perfect setting. 9. The 9 energy is here again. Okay, closures, completions, healing. Allow it in. Make space for the new. Look at that, huh? That's our canvas. We create our future. Every stroke of the brush. Okay, let's see what they have to say about their perfect setting. If you have a goal, if you have a vision, be sure to provide the right surroundings for that dream to flourish. Positive self-talk, affirmations, being kind to yourself, celebrating your talents and successes. All of these create fertile soil for your dreams to take root and grow. Sometimes when you push too hard, it can hinder the harmonious unfolding of your journey. Trust in the process, relax, and allow nature to take its course. Belief and positive support is needed to accomplish your goal. Keep in mind, nature makes growing and blossoming look effortless, but the secret is all in the details. Position, sun, soil, air, water, nourishment. Make sure you are taking the steps necessary to attain your perfect environment. How do you create joy in your life every day? Intentionally. It's part of the day. Is it when you first wake up? You give a blessing to the day, a word of thanks, of gratitude for the day's beginning. Do you smile at the sun? Are the birds singing in your window? Do you wake up telling the people in your life that you love them? Do you go to sleep saying, I love you? And you can grow your thoughts grander from there. Okay. We have the grizzly bear. The power. The power. And yes, we do have power. Absolutely. I am something. I just don't know what it is. I am. It's so very close. I think it's indestructible, which you are. I'm indestructible. I honor my intuition and go where it leads. Love and gentleness are my real strengths. I never give up. I will succeed. I am indestructible. Superman pose, everybody. I honor my intuition and I go to where it leads. So be open to the opportunities. Plus, today is an aha epiphany kind of day. So be open to what comes in. Even if it doesn't make sense, write it down. Think about it. Meditate on it. Pray on it. Contemplate it a little bit. You may just get that recognition of, oh my gosh, if I did this and talked to this person and went over there. Huh. Love and gentleness are my real strength. Love and gentleness. Okay? You're never going to get anywhere by forcing the door. Okay? In fact, you have to turn the doorknob and back up a second. Open it up. I never give up. I will succeed. I know you will. Until we meet again, remember. Hello, Milo. Remember, I do love you. Milo does too. Yes, you do. Okay, down. Down. I got to shut off the camera. Ciao.